Hello, everyone. It is Sunday. We have a special edition here at the Zen Lounge for you. I have one of my good friends. He's been in the Zen Lounge, part of this whole thing since the very, very beginning. His name is Kang Space. He's blowing up on Twitter. He has over 5,000 subscribers now because of his renowned decodes. You guys know me. I've been talking about Mr. Pool for a long time. I haven't talked about him in a while. So Kang Space is here to catch us up to speed on all the happenings that are happening with Mr. Pool. We're going to talk about who he thinks he is or what he thinks it is, and we're gonna go deep. So I hope you guys are ready. Kang Space, how's it going?
Dude, good man. It's been a long time, dude, since we did one of these. Roundtable's been about a year.
And that's exactly what I was saying. So about a year ago, people were speculating, hey, is Mr. Pool David Schwartz? And after a year later, it seems much bigger than just XRP. So, after your in-depth research the past year, like what do you think this Mr. Pool account is all about? Can you tell us like where they could find Mr. Pool, someone brand new?
For sure. So, I think David Schwartz definitely has a factor in with the Riddlers. And it's not just Mr. Pool that we need to be looking at. We need to be looking at Bearable Guy. We need to be looking at Ripple Riddler, and a few other people. But really, you want to always make sure that you find the tweets on Twitter. Okay. And you can find his account by just going to my page, Kang Space, and just clicking a link to his page. But to learn about the Riddlers, I would say it's vital that we literally look at all of them. They all play a part, right? So we're getting comms from each and every one of the Riddlers. Part of the people, and Marvin Gaye, who's really no longer with us, Ross Vandermeer, who is no longer with us. They had vital information back in the day, which if you see some of the OGs out there, I share some of their stuff. You can go search their accounts and look for their stuff because it's really good information and it all ties together. But
What I
really,
really like is the Howard Moon. Howard Moon posted that
at
Black
Howard
Rock.
Moon, duh.
Yeah, Howard
Yeah.
Moon posted that Black Rock, and then like a few months or a few weeks later, that huge Black Rock collaboration happened. That's a good
Oh,
one too.
dude. So no, it was literally recently. It was like Pool posted the Black Rock building. And then I think literally a couple days later, Howard Moon posted a black rock or like rock of obsidian, and that linked up to the next day. The news happened that they were partnering with Coinbase. So, I mean, the proof is memorable if you're paying attention. You're just mind blown every fucking day. Pardon my French. I get really excited when I see these things happen because, who I really think Mr. Pool is. I think it's a group of people that are working together, um, basically to give us disclosure in stages, right? So we're getting comms from select people within higher echelons of government, DoD. I think this is vital to get, because basically the whole point, in my opinion, of what Riddlers are, when XRP rockets, they don't want to see what happened just like Bitcoin, where people held Bitcoin and then basically sold at $100. Like they don't want to see the same thing happen to XRP holders, basically, where, oh yeah, we see $100 and people are just like, I'm out of here. Like, cool, I got $10 million, I got $100 million, I'm out of here. They don't want to see that happen. They want to see good people basically have this knowledge. And this is a test. This is a test of preserving, and it's to see who can handle it, right? It's mental aptitude test of what Riddlers are. So
Let me ask
I
you
could
this
go
real
on and on
quick.
and on.
Let me ask you this real quick. You said you think Mr. Pool is a group of people, and I've personally seen Mr. Pool interact with the Arcolect account a few times, which is, known
Absolutely.
fact that you could Google it, verify it, a government funded artificial intelligence. Is there any, special tech involved in this Mr. Pool account, you think?
Dude, definitely. I mean, actually yesterday, Pool posted, what did he post? He posted time question mark and then quant, QUANT, which in my opinion has nothing to do with the cryptocurrency QNT quant. It's basically telling us that this is a quantum operation, right? So what does quantum mean? To me, quantum means anything's possible. A could be B, B could be A. They could both be A, B in separate areas at the same exact time. Right? So like the most impossible things that you could think of are possible with quantum mechanics, right? So Poole's first post ever was basically a quantum gate. And it had the, let's see if I can whip it up right here. So this was yesterday. So yeah, the quantum gate decode. This is the first post that Mr. Poole has ever posted. Okay. Which you can see the date, October 25th. How do we know everything you don't know? That's what the hash decodes to. Okay, that's pretty interesting. So when you look at technology and how we have our cell phones, we have the internet, we have all these ways to gain priceless information. All the information that's ever been created is on the internet. So actually my friend told me yesterday about, remember the part in the Batman movie where they're trying to find, where Batman's trying to find the Joker, and they have all the cell phones basically try to triangulate and listen in to see if they could find his voice, locate his position. Dude, that came out in 2017, and this is crazy. I'm gonna go into a Q proof right now. That movie came out in October 2017. Okay, that's basically right when Q started posting. It was like within a week or so of each other. So now a lot of people speculate that that's also a quantum operation as well. Looking glass technology, people are able to see future possibilities and then forecast all the options, right? So that's super interesting. But yeah, I definitely believe Mr. Poole is a group of people, and they're out and they're really looking out for us. As negative as and doomer as some of the content may seem, it's up to us to basically know who we are and, hold our strength through looking at hard times, because they're just coming, man. I mean, as we've seen this week, a lot has really happened and a lot more is about to really start to go down. So let's prepare for that.
Before we go deeper, it's funny. Somebody left a comment on my YouTube saying this is the Alex Jones of crypto. We're gonna go way deeper than Alex Jones in this episode. So we ain't in Kansas
Yeah.
anymore. We're going quantum. But one of the most common things, when someone first finds out about Mr. Poole, is they go to the account and they don't see all these posts. What happens is they post and instantly get it deleted, and people like Kang Space and others are you have all these files and stuff with all these archives of all the posts. So because of people like Kang Space, you could see he's a real person. He's right here. This information is out
I'm
to get
real.
out to the anons. This information is able to get out to the anons, and people were able to do research. So before we get into more of your presentation, because I know you have a presentation planned.
A small little bit, just literally this week. I just wanted to touch on a couple things
Okay,
and
this week
kind of
stuff.
just warn you guys about what I think is going on.
So let's go back into the history real quick. Give us like 1, 2 examples of Mr. Poole proofs so people know like, okay, there's actually a reason to be looking into this stuff.
For sure. So, I mean, the first one that really got me, I think, was when Mr. Poole posted a video of, I think it was New Zealand, and we didn't even know what it was at first, but it was shaking, right? And it said warning backwards. Well, the next day, an earthquake literally struck this area in New Zealand. I think it was Auckland, if I'm not mistaken, but so that really like piqued my interest like immediately, and I was like, okay, how the fuck is this possible? Like, I'm mind blown right now. Like, there's no way that that's possible without some other technology that we are clueless to and not aware of, right? So what Poole will do, I've noticed now, I've been following it for almost 2 years, basically every fucking day. Like, this is when Poole posts, my whole other life stops and I get downloads. And I know that sounds schizo and ridiculous, but Mr. Poole will post and I'll be like, oh, I need to look at this, or I'll know right away when there's a repost And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you can see all of my posts are chronologically saved. So if there's a post that, you know a date, go back and scroll back and you can find it. Also, Fojack on Twitter, he's one of the best resources for the history. You could just go to his page, search the date. He has everything dated, timestamp, date stamp. So I use his page quite a lot. So shout out Fojack. He's the freaking man. But yeah, so Pool will post, and this is another thing that people don't realize is like, okay, Mr. Pool, a lot of people speculate, yeah, Mr. Pool is a time traveler. A lot of people have said that. And from a lot of the things that we've seen on mainstream media, like he'll post a picture and then days, months, weeks, years, even years later, we'll see that same exact image pop up in a news article. So how can we deduce that reasoning? We could say, oh, well, Mr. Pool is an insider. Mr. Pool is feeding the MSM algorithm with graphics, because that's one of the ways, pretty much one of the ways that he communicates with people and gives us information is just pictures, which any normal person looking at it would just be like, okay, that's a picture of military, that's a picture of the earth, that's a picture of some clouds, like that's a person looking shocked, like why should I give a fuck? But
That
I'm
was a
telling
big
you,
one for me was when they posted those pictures. I think it was like a black dude, and then the World Economic Forum posted it a couple months later, a couple weeks later. That happened a few times. The
dude,
World
there's so
Economic
many.
the
Go to
World
my
Economic
page.
Forum posted like all these green bamboo trees, and that
Yep.
was the exact image Mr. Poole posted like a month before. You're like, oh, he has insights of what the World Economic Forum's gonna post. What the heck?
Yeah, how is that possible? So, either this person or these people are literally watching, they're the device, they're time travelers, or they're literal insiders. So, a lot of people would say the latter is the most plausible. Hey, either way, it's somebody of importance and we need to be paying attention to it. But yeah, so I want to kind of just touch on to go into stuff here.
Oh yeah,
You
well,
know,
real quick. By the way,
you
that
got more?
earthquake reference that Kang Space is talking about, I have a video on my page. Just type in Zen God Mr. Pool, and it actually has like 20. One of my highest views has like 20,000 views, and it shows the whole countdown and how that all played out with the earthquake. So that's up on my page. But go ahead and get into your presentation, bro.
Cool. All right. So one Mr. Pool posts, right? He'll post a lot of stuff that's already been posted in the past. So, for me, what I see, I'm like, okay, is this a repost? A lot of times I'll know right away and I'll just be like, oh yeah, I've seen that before. I can't even explain how I never used to, I was a B student in school, never finished college. I do freelance videography and video editing. Like that's my job. So I'm not a PhD by any means. I'm not one of the smartest people. I don't even think I'm that smart, but somehow I know when there's been a repost. So my memory has gotten a lot better. And I actually attribute that to Oro Gold, which if you want to talk about that for a second, uh, this product, dude, yeah, I'm telling you, my life changed when I started drinking this stuff. We'll talk about that later though, but basically cleans water. And when XRP moons, this is one of the companies that I'm going to support and directly help heal the earth. We're going to clean up water systems throughout the planet with this technology. So basically, when Pool posts and there's a repost, right? We need to look at the geopolitical side, the markets from that time period. And then a lot of the times, Mr. Pool is giving us a clue to what the market will do, right? So if there's been a repost from, say, March, I'll go back into the charts and we'll look at what March is. I don't have any exactly right here, but if you go to my page on Twitter, I'm Kang Space 589. You can find me there. I have detailed down to the day when I think Mr. Pool has called dips, and they're substantial. And if you're day trading, these are things that you can look at and basically, I believe Pool is here to help us and help us make money. because money still rules the world. And until, you know, people think like, oh, this, everything's all rainbows and happy bunnies and shit. And, you know, the money system, money's going to be here for a while. We have a long way to go until we don't have to deal with money. So it's all about how you use it and who you are. And that's why I think, again, the purpose of Riddlers is to keep us hodling while we see these huge green candles happen. So my first part that I would like to touch on is the whole Luna UST fiasco. Okay, let's get rid of this one. So that happened in, let's see, about March, or it was May. Oh, and that's the other thing. I want to talk about the 589 countdown, Zach, where we talked about liquidity pools, and that's how I advertised this video, was the liquidity pools in the XLS 30D XRPL upgrade.
The Luna thing was pretty crazy because it was right during the
Yeah,
blood moon eclipse, and Luna means moon, so there was so many symbolism with that. So I definitely want to hear what you have to
yeah,
say about Luna UST.
dude, you're
That
gonna
was
be.
bloody. That
It was bloody,
destroyed.
dude.
I destroyed some people, and
Billions
coincidentally,
lost.
people, call me crazy, but like, if you know that if you're paying attention, it's crazy what's going on. Like, that was definitely a ritual sacrifice.
Absolutely.
But what did Mr. Poole have to do? Say, like, how did Mr. Poole like give the memo? I didn't know
Yeah.
about that.
So I actually had a little hiatus that I had to take for some personal reasons. So you're not going to see any of the posts from about late April to mid June on my page. I just had some personal things come up in my life, need to take care of. But realistically, what happened? Mr. Poole gave us the heads up. He gave us the heads up with on May 7th. You can see right here, May 7th. And the video is this guy, clowny face, and it had K2Y, Y2K backwards, right? So you could point that in any direction of being, oh yeah, that was an actual, hack or whatever that people had predicted that, the world was going to end. And, for a lot of the people, the world did fucking end that day on May 7th. Like it started to come down and down and fucking down. And by about, let's see, May 11th, we're about like right here. That's pretty much the freaking bottom. So Poole gave us the heads up with this guy, May 7th. There's the K2Y, Y2K backwards. May 7th, right here. Okay. We're right here, May 7th. So yeah, there was a little dip, but if you're looking at this in a macro view, you're not going to think really too much of that. But yeah, by the 8th, 9th, and then the 10th, there it fucking goes. Okay. And then where are we at right here? The 11th, Mr. Poole reposted the same video, May 11th. So that was confirming that, hey, this just fucking happened. I warned you. Okay. And now here's where I want to touch on the current state of things right now. So those were two posts, right? So the third time it was posted was recently on July 20th. Okay. Same video. And I'm like, right away, holy shit, this is a warning. I need to look at the reposts, right? So if we go into our Chinese calendar and we look at August 18th, which was the day before the most recent little dippity, which was like a 10% move down, maybe not 80% or 100% like the Luna thing, but basically July 20th in the Chinese lunar date calendar, we got the heads up. Okay. Now, these things go both ways where you can look, and there's so many different ways to decode Poole. You can look at timestamps. You can look at just the day. You could be like, look, the 20th, and then find something relevant. And that's where I think this whole quantum entanglement, this quantum computing forecasting is giving us these options where, yeah, we can connect these dots, but we need to look at different calendars. We need to look at certain timestamps, date stamps, and they're going to give us the heads up. And so here's the next day. The end is coming. But as you can see, correlated to our current calendar. So where are we at today? Okay, we're here the 21st. So July 21st, right? Let's look at those posts. Or actually, I don't have the 21st, but I have the 22nd, which was yesterday. Actually, we can go look at.
I could put it into the description for new people that want to check this out.
This is actually private. We're going to keep this private.
Oh, okay.
So I hope they're okay with me even sharing this. But as you can see, shit ton of posts. And a lot of people speculate that these conversations are potentially intercepted comms, right? I definitely think that that's possible. Some of the stuff that's been said, I think a lot of it could be between operatives out in the field through time and space. This is all possible. So here we are, same post, July 20th. Okay, Paul even told us to connect. Same day, connect the posts, right? Paul's telling us to go find these posts back in time and link them up. He's giving us the heads up. So where we're at in the Chinese calendar right now. So let's look at what happened yesterday. Okay, Alexander Dugin's daughter was assassinated. Okay.
That's
a lot of people
connects to Putin, right?
Connects to Putin and the whole Ukraine.
If you mess with
Russia
someone's
fiasco.
daughter, you're gonna get, there's no telling what a man will do if you mess with someone's daughter. So I think some serious shit's gonna go down.
Yeah, I mean that kind of, and again, it's like we have no idea, and I don't claim to know fucking anything. I'm literally just here trying to connect dots to show you guys the possibility of what is out here to try to help us. So yesterday, August 20th, July 22nd. Okay, let's go look at the July 22nd post. Now this is 2021. We got bloody popcorn. We've got a lonesome road in the forest. And we've got a moon that's hidden like an ominous moon. So those are all videos. It's kind of creepy, kind of Halloweenish. That's kind of ominous. A lonesome road deep in a forest. And then the weirdest of them all is this bloody popcorn video. Because somebody puts blood from a syringe into popcorn and then grabs it. And we don't know if they eat it or not, but okay, so what happened yesterday? There was an assassination of someone of high importance in our war, in this current Ukraine-Russia fiasco, was assassinated. Okay, weird, right? So that's a little coincidental, right? If we look at now, coming into August, I wanted to touch on this. I wanted to make sure that I touched on this. Pretty sure August 23rd of 2021. Okay, so
How
this
did you guys figure out this Chinese calendar thing?
Dude, 123 on the moon. I don't even know his name, but he's the fucking man, dude. He literally and I'm gonna show a thread of his to end out this video, and he potentially may have figured out when shit really kicks into high gear. So stay tuned. But the dates and like the timestamps, like, yeah, okay, they're important, but like the hour could change no matter where you are in the world.
Yeah, that's
right?
what I was really confused about timestamps. It's like, well, somebody in Asia is going to see a different timestamp
And a different day,
yeah.
and even a different day, right? So like
Yes.
if you're gonna look
that was
at
always confusing to me, the
yeah,
timestamp thing.
if you're gonna look at the timestamp, I feel like the most important thing you're gonna look at is the minute, because that's not gonna change. The hour will change no
Right.
matter where you are, whatever time zone, right?
The
So
minute's the important one.
yeah, so but I think really Pool wants us to look at the date of the physical month and the physical day, right? So when I'm looking, this is just me. A million people do it in a million different ways, and nobody's right or wrong. They'll find connections in anything, and it's absolutely incredible.
That's the quantumness to it, right?
Yeah. So I mean, again, it's like Pool posts, and You could have something pop in your head and be like, that's it, that's the answer. But yeah, to you, but again, is that the right answer? You know, maybe, but am I going to
I know a
guess?
lot of people have had like just personal things, like you know, Blonde. She has like a lot of like personal things, like people have, like personal learnings from it
Absolutely.
too.
Absolutely. And nobody's right, nobody's wrong. But you know, again, share your thoughts on all my posts. I highly encourage people to basically say things that they're seeing, that they're feeling. A lot of this is intuition, and that's how we detect the fakes, is basically listening to ourselves and being sure of yourself. That's one of the parts of making this as far as we can go. We work together, but we also know who we are in this whole mess of where we're at today. So okay, July 22nd, that was of importance, right? So Alexander Dugan's daughter was assassinated. Is she really dead? I didn't see the body. You know, this is all a show to me. This is all just moves and counter moves, and this is all planned. It's been planned for years, and you know, we're just seeing the spillover now into real life. But this is a magical plan that's been happening for years and years and years, and decades long operation, in my opinion. So let's look back to the Chinese calendar now. So now we're going to get into today. Today is August 21st, 2022. Let's look at July 23rd posts. Okay. So what is today? The 23rd. Okay. 133. We've got the sun. We've got a sun. We've got a smiley, which traditionally mean dip. And when I decoded this bunch of things, the bunch of these posts right away, I immediately thought of the Bearable Guy riddle, which goes something like this from Lodestar 3. We are at the forefront of a new age, and when the bear looks up at that beautiful golden sun and blue skies, he thanks God for this opportunity for people worldwide to take advantage of this chance to buy XRP. Why that came right to my head, I don't know. I've only read this like 4 or 5 times. I don't know why that came to my head, but it did. So I'm going to pay attention to that. And I told people, and I'm like, hey, is this going to be one of our chances to pick up XRP? So when we go back to July 23rd, it actually wasn't even that great, but we were here, and I'm on the daily chart, as you can see, but you could see we dipped and then we're coming back up. 23rd, yeah, okay, we dipped, but I was like, it's coming, prepare. So this next day, yeah, we went up. People were like, oh my God, this is bullshit. You fucked up. Your decode's wrong, dude. And then boom, 2 days of -3%, which, yeah, okay, we did go back up, but do I think we're going to hang out here much longer? No. We're going to go way down, if you want my personal opinion. This is not financial advice. I do not give financial advice. I basically use Riddlers to give me clues. And if you follow me, I'll show you there. But
I've
this
always
is
heard, I've always heard that there's going to be like a 20-cent XRP, and even during the Luna collapse, we only hit 29 cents. So I've always had a little thing
yep,
like, hey, there's going to be another opportunity. Like 29 cents is not 20 cents. Be patient. That's my thoughts.
exactly. Exactly. I think we're going 13, maybe it's 10. Who knows? Like basically when the Corona scare
You think it's
happened.
going to be really difficult to actually purchase that dip, though? It's kind of hard to purchase those dips.
Absolutely. So I would say my advice to people is have reserves ready, have a decentralized exchange in ready to go. Don't be holding USDT, even USDC. I know that that's been highly controversial lately, and yeah, we have BlackRock backing it and throwing millions and millions of dollars into it.
Well, it seems all by design that there is no safe stable yet, right? That's kind of
Right.
seems like it's by design not to give us a safe stable before the real crash comes, you know? I think that's part
Absolutely.
of the whole thing.
Absolutely.
I
But I
thought
think,
USDC was safe, dude. And then like recently people were like saying things about it. I'm like, oh shit.
I mean, it's hard to say, honestly. It's hard, and I can't
Could be
even
fear
give.
tactics too to make us not trust
Absolutely.
stable. Because once we have a reliable stable coin, people would have no motive to leave any money in the bank because you have a reliable stable coin. So
Fuck
that's
yeah.
another thing. It's like
Yeah, so
once
definitely,
we have a reliable stable coin, banks are, for me, for my people, for like me and the people I talk to, like I have a little bit of, like everyone has a bank account, and when stable coins come, we won't need it, and like the debit cards and stuff are coming for crypto.
right? Dude, yeah, and who knows what even what Howard Moon and Poole are talking about with BlackRock. Like we don't know, is it a good or a bad thing? I mean, what it shows is that huge institutions are going to start looking at crypto, which actually there was a post on the 16th. I want to say that the Federal Reserve, and I wish I had that handy right now. Um, sorry, I'm unprepared for that, but they basically gave guidelines saying that, hey, the Federal Reserve Bank said, hey, if you're a big institution, we're going to be giving you crypto guidelines soon. And that happened on the 16th, which was, it could go either way, but they're talking about it. And it was a full, legitimate press release that happened. So that was interesting. So let's get back into the 23rd here. Smileys traditionally mean dip. Okay. And that's
Which would be
today.
tomorrow on Monday.
Well, that would be today. So yeah, I mean,
Okay.
plus minus one, technically, I could say any of these could go either way, in my opinion. But here's another thing I want to touch on. So we have this dot knocking over a bunch of dominoes. Okay. Now, where have we seen this before? We've seen something similar from 829. Okay, now what could hold the weight of six different things? And I just typed in 6-to-1 ratio, six basic financial ratios and what they reveal. Working capital ratio, quick ratios, EPSs, price earnings ratios, debt to equity ratio. So these are all figures that institutions and high level businesses compute their liquid value from and their worth. So could this reference of the 6-to-1 will be showing us that, is this a cryptocurrency right here that could potentially take over balance sheets and, basically null and void these other options of finance that we're traditionally used to looking at? I don't know. Schizo way of looking at shit, actually. But a lot happened on the 23rd. There's a hash that was decoded. It's okay. Stay tuned for upcoming message as the events will follow. Spark C has been initiated per their request. According to statute, AB Marius has been initiated per their request. Relay lines must be available. PR Akula, acknowledge DM point to be established, etc., etc. What really struck out as to me here, as the world spins and gets shattered with brute force, they will remain timeline unchanged. That means everything right here. This is all just kind of noise to me. Really doesn't make much sense. Spark C, there's a couple theories about the next virus being released, or the next bio weapon that's going to come out, the next simulation that will continue. I don't know. But timeline unchanged. It just means that we're on the right path, and they're gonna continue doing what they're doing in this manner, right? So okay, going into this week, tomorrow, August 22nd, and there's a lot of people that don't like Baba Cugs, but his timeline has been fairly accurate and rather coincidental. So I'm definitely paying attention to it, and I'm pretty sure that he has the United States dollar between August 22nd and September 22nd. So what actually 123 on the moon just shared with me is this article that just came out this morning. Jerome Powell has a chance to reset market expectations at Jackson Hole, who is the Federal Reserve chair. So will
That's
there
what's
be
been happening with crypto. The dip is manipulated with crypto. If you look at the Dixie chart, it's been just going up and up and up and up.
Yep.
And what's competing with decentralized assets is the centralized dollar. So the higher the dollar pumps, the more Bitcoin in the market gets suppressed. So,
Yep.
at any moment, they could crash the dollar, which will pump crypto. So I've been keeping my eyes on the Dixie quite often.
Yeah, that's definitely something to watch if you're playing with markets and trading and even just doing basic uh basic charting. Definitely keep an eye on that. They do the inverse. Also, stock market kind of does the exact inverse of what crypto does. So okay, the 24th is tomorrow, Monday. Super interesting, right? Bloody oceans, huh? I mean, that does not look positive to me. Don't know about you guys, but that looks like there's a red alert on the horizon. The blue door
If I go
that
back
we,
here, I got a little crazy decode for you.
yeah, what's up?
If you look at the time, 8 would be August, and then 4 would be tomorrow's the 22nd, right?
Tomorrow
So
is the
2 plus 2
22nd.
equals
Yep.
4. So that's
Yep.
just a little thing that just popped up in my head when I looked at that time. But like you
And
said, how do we know what
yeah,
time
how do
zone?
we know? But that's a coincidence that you just noticed. So as you can
I
see,
can
the
go deep
Chinese
on this shit.
the Chinese lunar date on July 24th is August 22nd. 8, 2 plus 2 is 4. Boom. Like,
I gotta get my
okay.
friggin' bags ready for this. Trying to
So
scoop up this dip.
okay, that's a signal potentially. And I think it was actually there was a pull proof in an article that said east versus west. And as we know, the thinking man travels east, and this is a transfer of power away from the United States dollar, which has held people in hostage, for a couple hundred years, So this is the transfer of wealth. The BRICS coalition is here. The blue door, which we found to be, and this was a cool decode that a bunch of us worked on together. It was in Paris. I think it's called Place Vendome, and the Rolex store is right next door to this. There's a bunch of different doors, and we actually located from this this work here and this masonry and this face, this little balcony. They're all different, and people had all these different options of, oh yeah, it's this one, and there's numbers actually right here, but the Rolex store is right next to it. So Pool posted time yesterday, question mark. And also Pool has posted time a couple other months ago. This is actually a Pool proof yesterday from Reuters that DJ Hudie 555, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but LJ, the dude's he's an OG decoder. I repost him on, he knows what he's doing, and Pool gave him a shout out yesterday too. And Pool said, do not use riots LJ. Okay. Now he posted this yesterday. Swiss revolt warning issued. People may riot and resort to looting if severe blackouts hit the nation. Okay, now that is an exact pull proof that Pool posted July 24th. Okay. That was yesterday. So you don't have the timestamp here, but you can go to their page and find this for yourself if you don't believe me. But that's a little fucking weird. Okay. So that's tomorrow on the Chinese lunar date calendar. So could we see some action tomorrow? Very possible. Let's continue on. 25th is Tuesday. Oh, Finder. We had one video, which was the atomic alert. Now, I'm not going to play this because it's kind of hard to hear. But this is basically a video of an atomic alert from 1951. So could there be some, who knows, heightening tensions between Russia, Ukraine, Russia and other countries, Russia and the United States? Who fucking knows? But we're getting alerts. 26th, which is Wednesday. July 26th, which is August 24th, Wednesday. This is a post of all Mr. Pool's videos throughout time, all these collapsing videos. Okay. This is the first time this has ever been posted. This really struck me as rare because Pool has used a lot of different videos in this one. To me, this is the culmination event right here. This is a huge event. It's going to happen Wednesday. Okay. Heartfelt music too. Pumps you up. Again, another compilation. What can you do? These educational videos for nuke scares in the 50s.
And then
Now,
there's
is this
usually
a literal
an
nuclear
XRP
explosion?
logo that pops up after, right?
What's up?
Then there's like an XRP logo that pops up in one of them, right?
Yeah, so the original time that that was posted, it said, you know, what can you, it ended with, what can you do? And then the XRP logo flashed. And I mean, that just, again, Pool has only mentioned one crypto, and that's XRP. We can speculate that he's mentioned other things like XDC and Quant and stuff, but the one that's telltale there is XRP for us. So that was the 26th. Okay. Here's another interesting facet of that. I think I wrote it down here. Okay. So yes, 26th. Let's look at, Pool retweeted that on August 6th, right? He retweeted this video. Mr. Pool retweeted. Okay. Now, what is August 6th in the lunar calendar? Well, that's September 2nd. Okay, so that's about a 9-10 day window between Wednesday, August 24th to September 2nd, right? So could this be a week-long nuclear event? Now, nuclear, I say, could this be another stablecoin DPEG? Could this be a literal nuke scare from a submarine? Could this be, you know, I don't know. I don't know, but I think Pool is teaching us metaphors are really important. And we need to look at all these aspects. And, you know, Pool doesn't always just post about crypto. Pool posts a ton of things about geopolitical events, about random occurrences that are happening. Well, obviously, money rules the world, so that's going to be at the height of his list of importance to tell us. But there's a ton of things that we need to just factor in to this entire operation to give us the heads up. And I believe that's, you know, what this is truly all about.
I want to get into the make sure they remember about the liquidity pool stuff too.
Yeah, so okay, let's talk about the
Well,
589 countdown.
Did you finish this segment?
Yeah, so
Wanna
and I
make sure
mean
you
you
get
guys
everything
can
in.
you guys can go on and on. So yeah, like the next day is the next post was the 27th, which is the next, and you can just go on. I'm not going to do all the days for you. You can do your research. Always do your own research, by the way. Don't take my word for any of this. These are just literal dots that I've connected, which do they mean anything? Like, I don't know. Like the future will tell us if it's right or not, but I'm just saying these are really uncanny things that are popping up in these reposts. There are crazy occurrences to me. And I just feel the need to tell people and let people know. I think that's part of my duty here is to just share what I've found and to work together with people on this. So where we had mentioned on the tweet there about the pools of liquidity opening for the public eyes to see, right? Few will remain in control. It's from this video, which is basically a countdown from 9 to 1 or 0, I can't remember, but it was first posted and it had a bunch of hash stringers on the different numbers. Okay. So I'll say this too. The first time it was posted, it had this stringer and this binary, which comes out to be SCOTUS, Supreme Court of the United States, right? Relevant? Probably. Absolutely. And the second time it was posted, which was about a year, a month, and 4 days later. Okay, now is that a coincidence? I don't know, but it didn't have the binary code or the other hash stringer at the top. So is that notable? Probably, maybe not, but it was the exact same video. So the details are this. On the number 5, when it popped up, it said the time has come. On 8, it said Swift, live, announcement, follow Ragnarok. 9, the pattern will emerge, the pattern will emerge, the pattern will emerge. Okay. Here are the details. All very interesting things. Stay alert. Early warning systems will fail. Double meaning. So does that mean the warning system from our phones to tell us to hide and take cover of a nuclear scare is going to fail? Or does that mean, hey, the dollar's about to fucking collapse, get your shit out of the bank? Is that going to be known to us? You know, that's probably the double meaning that they're talking about there. So this reset, these are all connected events, right? The new world awaits. A few will be part of it. Only a few. Now, that could be speculation to, okay, people that hold XRP are going to be part of this new world, right? They're going to be the ones in charge or holding great value. Pools of liquidity are about to open for public eyes. Patience is required. Only few will remain in control. So definitely there was a video actually circulating last night and early this morning about David Schwartz talking about Codius. Did you see that, Zach?
Yeah, but also, you know, I know there's gonna be a lot of new people watching this. You know, follow the green colors. I would definitely challenge some of the decoders to take another second glance at Corium, because it says multiple digital assets will be integrated, and Corium plays a role in
Yep.
connecting multi-digital assets into one like umbrella. So for anyone new, you
Right
know,
here.
take a second look at Corium with an open mind, and I think it could be connected to the green colors. But go ahead. The liquidity pool is XLS 30.
Yep.
That was posted on 6:30 by David Schwartz. That one is definitely what they're talking about here with liquidity pools, because right now there's something called centralized market makers that profit from arbitrage. And David Schwartz proposed an automated market maker that basically eliminates them. A lot of the issues with the volatility of crypto is caused by these centralized market makers. They want to get cheap, they want to profit the most, and this will get rid of those centralized market makers and turn to automated market makers. And the people like me, you, all the people that have XRP will be able to provide liquidity instead of these centralized people making money off all the people. We'll be able to make rewards off our liquidity pool tokens. So I really believe that's what Mr. Pool is talking about here, and that's the prize. Why I always basically preach, like, you never need to sell these digital assets. Like, if you sell your digital assets, the fucking buyback theory is a joke. If you're
I don't
listening to
believe in
people,
any of that.
if you're
Yeah.
listening to people tell you about the buyback theory, you already lost. That is like, you're going to sell your generational wealth of passive income by being a liquidity provider for, you know, what can they offer us? Central bank digital currencies that they control anyways. Of course, they want to buy back our digital assets for CBDCs and make us CBDC slaves. So anybody talk about the buyback theory, run for the freaking hills, because this is the truth. XLS 30, become a liquidity provider. I think when kids are going to school, they're going to be like, damn, I want to grow up and be a liquidity provider.
Right.
And, you know, I can't wait for that feature to go live. It's going to be so freaking awesome. We just provide liquidity because XRP is a DEX. It's a decentralized exchange at the root. And they
Yes.
need liquidity providers to keep the
Exactly.
DEX liquid so people could go in and out. And David Schwartz says that's his ultimate vision. It's his secret sauce to have liquidity pools that anyone could basically use in the world. And I was thinking this, Adam. I was like, one of the things that's been on my mind a lot is like, what's going to happen with escrow? What's going to happen with the escrow? Like, it'll be kind of shitty if the IMF just takes total control of the escrow. I think more of the humanitarian golden age timeline would be, what if they took all the escrow and dumped it into these liquidity pools? That will be the ultimate timeline in my mind. Like, they put all the liquidity into these liquidity pools, lock it up, and that will like skyrocket the value, I think. So
Absolutely.
I think that would be the ultimate situation for the escrow, is using it as a liquidity pool providing. So there's so much liquidity, and that will like kickstart the new world after everything crashes, I think. So
Indeed, man.
that's what I'm hoping for the escrow is used for.
And there's got to be a liquidity crisis. I mean, we've been shown all these things like,
You watch
hey,
Greg Manarino? He's not a crypto
yeah,
guy. He's
yeah,
not a
I like
crypto
him.
guy, but you should watch him because he's been saying, hey, liquidity crisis is gonna happen.
No, it's common, dude. And housing bubble, everything's gonna pop, dude. I mean, it's just the
Well,
federal
it has to happen
government's,
under Biden. So we have like a
yeah,
2 year
he's the
wonder.
fall guy, dude. He's great. He's a great, gonna
Biden,
be a
like it's
great
got to
fall
happen
guy.
within the next 2 years. So it's
Hmm.
gonna happen within the next 2 years.
Absolutely, man. I mean, Trump couldn't be right there at the forefront for all this to go down. I mean, this is genius shit, you guys. I mean, like, not even to get into the whole conspiracy side of this, but Trump had to lose, okay, for this scenario,
Well, you see
for
the
for
FBI
this
was look.
Marvin Gaye timeline to fully come to fruition.
You see
Okay.
the FBI when they raided him, they were looking for like the
Oh,
nuclear secrets. Like, and
yeah.
there's all
Here's
that
what,
speculation back in the day that he has the nuclear football ever since he technically, lost, but he went off with the nuclear football. Then the FBI raided Mar-a-Lago looking for nuclear secrets. Like,
dude,
isn't
look at,
the real person in charge is the person with the nuclear football, in my opinion. But I'll say something on this. I think nuclear bombs are as fake as globe Earth. That's
yeah,
my
I'm with
stance.
you.
I think
I'm
it's
with you,
all
bro.
fear tactics. So whatever.
Yeah,
That's a conversation for another day, though.
that's a big one. But here, check this out. So I'm pretty sure I put this on my page. 8/8 was a Monday. That's when Trump got raided. Look at this guy.
That's also Lionsgate too. That was a
Yeah,
powerful day. Lionsgate.
powerful day. So again, all planned. People freaked out. They're like, the FBI. You don't even have a like. We
You
just
see,
sit back
Dan
and eat our
Scavino posted the
popcorn.
exact door they raided like a couple days
Oh
before,
yeah, he said 40. It had a 45 on the door.
and they
But
raided like
like,
Office 45 of Mar-a-Lago or
dude,
something.
look at these posts from that day. That day's Delta. Wow. No exit. Time to go. Alert. Like, it's go time. But this guy just being like, oh my God,
That
they
was
fucking
shocking,
raided
dude.
Trump. And
That
I was
was
just like,
shocking. Even though I
yeah,
know
I
it's all a
mean,
movie, it hit me like, damn, they just raided the freaking
they
former
just
president.
raided Trump, bro. Like, fucking wow. So uh what I wanted to continue on here. So, oh, back to the liquidity pools thing. I had a post from Ripple Riddler and Dr. Corgi. Shout out, Dr. Corgi. Wish you could be here with us, bro.
This is definitely related to the liquidity
This
pool.
is why you guys need to be looking at all the Riddlers. Okay. Bearable Guy, Howard Moon, Ripple Riddler, Mr. Pool. They all tie in together. Okay. This post, July 23rd. What day was that again? Yeah, that's today, guys. That's literally today in the Chinese lunar date. Okay, today. You're a player on the finish line. The most difficult section. You may win. You may win. Doesn't say you're going to win. You may win, but the prize is unknown. You receive an offer to finish the game with a guaranteed result and profit that suits you and will change your life. You know that your choice will bring fun. Choice? So, will you sell at $100 or will you hodl and become a liquidity provider, potentially on Codius, Xspring, or these other these other options that Ripple is building?
Well, yeah, the XLS 30 will be directly on the XRP ledger, which is a lot more secure than EVM liquidity pools that'll be offered on Flare Network. So I think
Yeah.
this most secure one will be the native XRP ledger liquidity pools, in my
And
personal opinion. So
what I don't like, I like flares, the whole idea, and it's probably gonna be worth something. But what I don't like in the white paper, it says if they lose your token, they don't have to give you that token back. So if you're minting F assets and say there's a bridge hack or whatever, something happens in their system, they're not obligated to give you back that XRP. They could give you back Spark tokens. They could give you back Doge, they could give you back XLM, Litecoin. And knowing what we know, why would anyone risk that? I mean, that's just my 2 cents. It could be,
Yeah, just talking about this, I've noticed puts a
who
heat
knows?
on you, and a lot of people defend it, and we're probably gonna have some comments saying we're retarded, but
That's
I'm
fine. I
waiting
mean,
for
yeah,
XLS 30, so
I'm saying I trust Ripple, the company, over Hugo Filion, which I'll say this too. Why are there companies calling themselves Flare Finance and Hugo and company just being like letting it go through? I mean, dude, if anyone wants to talk about a rug pull, look at Songbird, dude. I mean, that before the XFi airdrop and that snapshot, that thing just tanked. So who did that? Whales, dude. Who are the whales? The devs.
and
Like,
it could still get worse because there's centralized exchanges like Coinbase that are holding millions of tokens, and anytime they unleash
I
those,
have some in there. I'm still waiting,
there's
dude.
going to be
Luckily,
bigger, like anytime, let's say it does pump up, they could just release more tokens on Coinbase and cause prices. Now they want us to trust us to lock 15% up. That's
yeah, I mean, I
whatever. I don't
understand
want I
that.
want it to succeed. You know,
But look, 50 cents to fucking 28 in a day, dude. Like, that's a fucking rug, dude. And look, hasn't recovered. Why is no one talking about that? And they're just like bullish on Flare all of a sudden. Anyways, it could be, I hope it's great, but use caution, people. These people are trying to steal your XRP potentially. And again, if there's a bridge hack, like we've seen Solana happen, all these other DeFi things, they're not obligated to give you that back. They give you back the value in XLM or Litecoin. F that, man. Not down. So I'm using caution. I'll
I'm really
use the
bullish on
FTSO.
I'm really bullish on XRP Ledger. I'm XRP Ledger.
XRP is king,
I'm
dude.
pretty big on Cosmos, but that's really all I'm an XRP Ledger maximalist. So I think it's a big part of the new financial system, and I feel cozy. Everyone's
Absolutely.
got to do what makes them feel cozy, in my opinion. Like whatever, like you could helps you sleep at night. You're on the right path, in my opinion.
Heck yeah.
And
So
following
one
your
thing
own
I
research, there's so many
exactly.
bots on
I'm just here
Twitter.
showing you guys what I've found and what
Yeah,
I
there's so
think.
many
I'm
like
not right. I don't
there's so
know.
many like for example, here's an example of how the game works. It's like quant dip to $45, and then it pumps to $100. So then you have all the people start quant to the moon. BitBoy talks about quant because he loaded up at $40. BitBoy talked about quant today at 110, but he didn't talk about it at $45 because he loaded his bag at 45. And then
Mhm.
once it gets to the price where they want to start taking liquidity, all the bots and all the people start telling you it's the best thing since sliced bread. Quant is a good project, but it's kind of a red flag how everyone's shilling it after it was just at
It's not ISO, dude. I mean,
just
it's
how
it's like
it's still
ICT307 or
running on an
whatever. That's their
ERC20
protocol.
token too. So
Yeah,
I think
exactly, dude. Which
Quant is
is
definitely
Songbird
it's
too.
a great project, but like the entry points, are very important so that you get the most tokens for your dollar. And if you see BitBoy shilling something right after it was at lows, it's probably because he's taking profits, in my opinion. But whatever, it's business is business. Everyone just needs to educate themselves and start doing their own research. Because if you do your own research, you could have snagged that $45 quant just like BitBoy can. Like, how could we really blame him? So it's just
Dude,
I
he's
think
just
it's
making
just
it
the
work. I mean,
real
more
business
power
is
to him,
business,
man.
right? And business is business, whatever.
Yeah. But
So
I'm gonna share my thoughts for free right here with Zach. Here's what I think
tell
too.
us.
So going back to this whole Chinese calendar correlation thing, and this is just one way to decode shit, you guys. Like I said, we could go plus 2 months, which here I'll show you the plus 2 month sync up, right? So this is June 19th, right? June 19th, what's plus two? Plus 2 months. Right now, it's August 19th, okay? Which was Friday during shit just minus 10%. Emergency alert. Okay, an empty stage, empty. This guy's mind blown, like, oh my God, shit crashed. Oh my God, shit crashed. Oh my God, a bloody rusty wall. Like, that's not positive. This guy. And I think that's what you're talking about with the WEF,
No,
Zach.
that's not the guy. That's a different guy.
Isn't it? Okay. There's a couple other characters, but yeah, so like that's the 2 month delta on Friday, which we saw, everything just tank right here, 19th. Like, how is that possible? Like, that's a strange coincidence, right? What I'd like to touch on August, right? So coming into August, 1, 2, 3 on the moon. This dude is super solid. I like his decodes. He's got a good attitude and he really knows what he's looking at. He's been around for a while. He's actually the one who showed me that the whole compilation. So last year, we have the golden train leaving, right? So, okay, let's actually go back and look at the Chinese calendar from September, you're not going to believe it, 11th is August 15th, Chinese lunar date. I don't need to explain to anyone what happened on that day, okay? You can go read your history books.
That's at
if you need it.
911 too.
That's 911, 119, okay? Okay, so that correlating to the golden train leaving. The armored truck in the golden timeline crosswalk. The green light. Is this our last chance? This is a big bomb explosion, which has been posted many a time. One of the very rare links that Pool has posted us to. Hash and Trump, and that's the same graphic from the Marvin Gaye, the big compilation with the BRICS coalition, Putin, Xi, and the XRP to gold.
So do these ever and like with 17 posts, sometimes they're like deltas. Could also some of these dates be like deltas for the next year? Does that ever happen?
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's
And
like all
so
tied
just
into-
look at those dates too. And like I said, just do the +2 months, do the +1 month. Just look at the day. You know what I mean? Be like, oh, this is the 15th. Let's look at other posts on the 15th, and you'll find a connection. And also, Pool locked his account on this day. I don't know if he changed his profile, but these are mahjong tiles. If you guys have played that, characters, Chinese alphabet. Summer 589, winter. Now, at first glance, you'll just be like, wow, that's 589 between summer and winter, which would be the fall. So is Pool telling us the fall, right? So realistically, this is fall time, September 11th, linking up with our post from August 15th. This is just one way to decode, guys. Like, this isn't the right way. This isn't the wrong way. Like, it's just strange that all these things could be so interconnected. And so I'll say this, here's the latest post from August 15th, just the other day. It's this character who's really funny. And it was brought to my attention that this is one of the original Riddlers. Vincent is his name, but he has an account on YouTube and has really interesting titles. This isn't his account, but this is where that exact video is from when you're overqualified for the job. And we had predicted potentially we're going to be overqualified for the rat race pretty soon, guys. If this shit really pops off and we start seeing price action. Yeah, like they said, overnight, it's going to be life-changing, generational wealth coming. When you know it's your last chance to use your paycheck for more XRP, that's where this account has a bunch of riddles from. There's another one that's like, could 20,000 XRP be life-changing? Super interesting. Here's the video. Pretty funny. The hash decoded to impending. This is DJ Ehudi. He's one of the best decoders out here for Pool. Always on it, knows exactly what's going on. So that's what this hash
I hope
meant
Bojack
to.
watches this video. Bojack was kind of the guy that got me into all this stuff.
He's the man, dude. And he's been around since the beginning. And yeah,
He's really, I
props to
think he
him.
knows a lot more too than he posts on Twitter.
Oh,
Definitely.
he does, man. He
knows a lot
actually just had a
more.
birthday. Happy birthday to Fojack.
He knows a lot more
He's
than
the
he
fucking
reveals
man.
on Twitter. I know that for a fact, based on some of the posts I've seen. Smart ass guy. I hope he watches this.
So
Uh,
he's been vital to my success looking back at posts and going back in
yeah, he's like the
time.
ultimate archiver, in my
The
opinion.
ultimate archive. Like I tried to do that because I got suspended and banned from Twitter when I first started. And luckily my girlfriend made me a new account. And that's how I'm actually on there right now. Shout out to her. Thank you. Um, but yeah, so realistically, these are things that we need to look at. And Pool's giving us clues there. And it's like, oh, it's just a repost. Oh, forget about it. No, I mean, use your schizoness to get in there and to dig a little bit. And you could really come out on top by some market moves, by just giving you a heads up and where to be, where not to be. Um, I'd like to kind of end on, let's see, to touch everything that I wanted to. Oh, yeah. So 8/15 or October 13th to October 15th is the next Bretton Woods, which is currency delegations basically and currency peggings. That happens, yeah, I think October 13th to the 15th. So that could be another day and time that we should need to look at. But again, guys, just look at current events, look at things that people are talking about, dates that people of notable stature, like the Federal Reserve Bank, the IMF, WEF, um, World Bank, the BIS. Look at these dates that these people are giving, and then backdate with Riddlers, and you'll find ridiculous connections. I guarantee you. So this is a thread that I wanted to touch on here. This is from Only One on the Moon. Go follow him. He's the man. He's the one who showed me this pool archive. Super cool. But basically, Pool jumps. His theory is that Pool is jumping around between stuff using like the Chinese calendar to being on actual deltas to using timestamps to give us different options and give us different areas that we need to be looking at, right? So 8 be October. So like I just said, October 13th to the 15th, that's the new Bretton Woods. What I just showed you with the train leaving the station and this last chance stuff, 8:15, okay, which could be 10:15 in using this theology, right? Train's going. Your money's loaded up on the armored truck. Okay, so 7 July could be September, 7 septum, 7. These are things that people won't tell you in school. Okay, these are different ways that things could be. Look, 8 is October, 9 is November, 10 is December. Julian calendar was replaced by the Gregorian calendar, changing the formula for calculating leap years. Beginning of the legal New Year's was moved from March 25th to January 1st. 11 days were dropped from the month of September 1752. Okay. A lot of people also linked these two up with the SEC lawsuit. Okay. Because it started about, I think, a couple days after is when the full paperwork was released to the public. So that was about December 21st, 2020 begin. Now, Pool called that a couple days in advance. We didn't know what it meant at the time, but done. Now, what could this be? How could we formulate this date to link up with done? If this really is the beginning of this, so we maybe have a clue here onto when the lawsuit can end. I haven't figured it out yet. If you have, please comment on this video and contact me. We are in the sabbatical year of the Shemitah. Okay, now this has been traditionally a destructive year for markets, for more than just markets. There's been a lot I think, to 9/11. The original 9/11 was in a Shemitah year. So that ends, I think, September, yeah, 26th. So the next day. So look right here, timestamp 9/27. That's where he's linking. Sometimes it's the timestamp. This is a great thread. I'm not going to go through all this, but we just ended the week 33. Okay. Which was the 15th to the 21st. Ended, well, it ends today, technically. Depends when you think the week really starts, Sunday or Monday. Traditionally, that'll be Monday if you're in the United States. But yeah, it was a crazy week. We saw a lot happen. More connections to the dollar. Super interesting stuff. A great thread here. Also, I touched on this earlier with the domino, which I think was the 26th or the 23rd. Yes, so interesting correlation. And judging by the Chinese calendar, it's only a few days off. Super interesting. So is this notable? Most likely. So the days could potentially be sevens, could be September, they could be July, but all these things are super interesting. He says October 6th to the 15th, your last chance to buy XRP. Interesting. And Mr. Poole in the 589 decode video told us there will be a chance to reinvest. Do it, do not wait. What I'd like to touch on though, reinvest is in quotations. So what does he technically mean there by reinvest? Does it mean there will be price action and we can maybe take some profits and get into other coins? That's a theory I had. Another is, yeah, we just completely hit rock bottom and we have a chance to get our stacks up and get our bags packed once more. Very interesting. Will you be here when it's all over? Now, this is another interesting point. Will there be an announcement? If not now, then when? These posts were posted at the end of week 44, okay? That's named in a riddle. Let's see if I saved it right. This is from May. Okay, so look, week 44. This is from May 30th, decoded. The phoenix shall rise, but only once the storm is over. You won't remember how you made it through, how you managed to survive. You won't even be sure whether the storm is really over. But one thing is certain, when you come out of the storm, you won't be the same person who walked in. That's what the storm is all about. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's roaring. But you're prepared, aren't you? Overnight, in the blink of an eye, everything will be flipped on its head. Tons of posts reference these things. Actually, from the date of the finish line, which I think is June 27th, there's a picture of a house upside down. Let me see. Right here. Everything will be flipped. Want to know what else is from this day and time? Overnight. You know what else is in this day? The Phoenix.
Wow.
This is a rather notable day for the 27th. Okay. Oh, where was I? Find her. There we go. Bank's not safe. US not safe. Overnight, once again.
Wow.
The world, and this is continued from that decode, that hash decode. The world will finish transitioning soon. And when we come out, you'll seen it all. And yet not many, only a few will stay here to do so. Think of the last thing we said, only few will remain in control. Okay, direct correlation right there, possibly to the LPs. If you have listened, if you have looked, the answers you have been seeking will all come to you. The past holds a sequence, a cycle of sorts. If you look deeper, you'll see it all through. but hurry as clocks strike 2 o'clock, because when they hit the 11th hour of week 44 in transition, we'll all week 44 in transition will be over and cycle 22 will begin. Where will you be to witness it all? Rant 22 133 start. Jarble. So this date right here, 11/5, is basically right when week 44 ends. Okay, week 44, October 31st to November 6th. Technically and traditionally, what does the 11th hour symbolize? It symbolizes the very end, the 11th hour, right at the last moment. And I want to take you back to that June 27th. That's the fucking 11th hour, guys. It's about to strike midnight. There's been multiple posts that talk about when the clock strikes midnight, event 401 will be initiated. That's with the dollar dissolving. Very interesting shit. And I know I probably sound ridiculous to a lot of you people, but if you follow Pool, you'll know where I'm coming from here. So June 27th, huge post that day. Actually, this was just a pull proof from Zero Hedge talking about COVID lies and how PCR tests don't work. And so that was like over a year delta. Like how did they know that? A little strange. But yeah, if you guys want to go reference posts, go to Fojack or follow me on Instagram. I have everything chronologically, but like I said, from April to June this year, I don't have the posts there, so I apologize for that. But yeah, so that's interesting for these posts from the end of the 11th hour. We've heard make an announcement. There will be handshaking too. What else is from the 26th or 27th? Crazy. The connections are ridiculous, you guys. They're all there for you to see if you want. He believes the flip of the switch reset by Veterans Day, 11/11. Interesting. So we could shoot up massively November, December, Christmas time. Tons of Christmas posts from all the Riddlers, even Bearable Guy. So coming into the next year, London is ready. Even talks about the Bearable Guy riddle with Codius. And these have all been decoded into be I think SEC lawsuits or something. I'm pretty sure. Don't hold me to that. Super interesting, but yeah, it's about to go down, and maybe by next spring, this is going to be us. So look, that's an exact delta that these could potentially happen on. You know, are there more connections here? Absolutely. That's what being quantum is that A could be B, B could be A. They could both be at different areas in time and space at the same time. It's like, it seems impossible, but that's what they're figuring out. So shout out to him. It's been a really great thread, decode, really cool stuff. And he's the one that told me about this Jerome Powell stuff, which is, I find is very interesting. And like something could happen tonight that changes the course of tomorrow. You know, it's like moves and counter moves, guys. Nothing's set in stone. I'm pretty sure even the original Ross Vandermeer was like, yeah, 2000 XRP is, you know, that's just a target that we want to hit by set days. Like, did they know exactly even when? Probably not. I don't know when Moon Day is. Like, I'm literally just here looking at taking all this information in, trying to make good decisions. And I'll share that with you guys if you want to hear it. So yeah, reach out to me if you want to talk about stuff, or if you think you cracked something. You know, I'd love to hear your guys' take. I want to hear everyone in the community talk about, you know, what they think is going on, because that's how we could potentially solve this, is if we work together. So
I'm
let's
gonna
do
put
that.
I got actually, my family just walked in. I want to put a link. As you guys know, you guys are probably able to watch over an hour of streaming with 0 ads. There is no ads on this YouTube channel because I personally hate pushing the skip button.
Me too.
So why would I do it to my freaking audience? So this entire channel is self-funded by my website, and with Adam, me and Adam both have a cool deal with Oro Gold. We really believe in the product, so I'm gonna re-put the Oro Gold link in the description below. We both get a small little percentage commission to be transparent. It helps support both of us. Not to shill anything, but that's we really believe in the product. So think about if you want to get Oro Gold, we haven't talked about it in months. So
Yeah, let me just talk about it real quick. So this product basically decontaminates water. It removes up to 250 different particulates, contaminants, pharmaceuticals, petrochemicals, bacteria, viruses, if you believe in that. Personally don't, but I definitely believe there are bad bacteria out in the world. And this is one product that it definitely changed my life. And more ways than one, I have better memory. I'm clear-headed. The taste is phenomenal. And as we know, tap water is not fucking good for you at all. And there's a war on your body, and it's up to you what you put in it. So I'll just say, like, if you want to ask me questions about it, I've been on it for like 3 years now. And man, I seriously can't even begin to explain how good I feel. I'm sharp mentally. My blood circulation has improved. I know people that had UTIs, urinary tract infections. They had bacterial growths. Um, and just the testimonials I hear, people that have, they were hopeless. They were like, I can't even figure out what's wrong with me. And then I started taking this, and I got off blood pressure medications. I got off high cholesterol meds. It's really interesting. So there's more there. Go to their website and research it. Really cool product. And I think it's going to help change the world and how we look at, it was basically formulated to, not to keep tangenting here, and I got to go, Zach, but this product was formulated to clean up koi ponds and to clear up koi ponds in Japan. That's how this product was created. And they figured out that they basically restructure the water molecule, where they technically unzip the water molecule, because dissolved solids, you can't see if what's in water. Yeah, you can see if it's cloudy or not, but fluoride and other things like chlorine, yeah, it's completely transparent. You can't even see the bond to the water molecule. So what Aura will do, it will basically unzip, take apart the molecule, make the contaminants solid, and they'll fall to the bottom of the container. And you'll see that when you put it inside. I dare anyone to try it and say that that doesn't happen with tap water, because no matter where you are in the world, you got shit in your water, and it's a serious problem, I think. So really interesting. Hit me up if you guys have questions. It's changed my life more ways than one. I feel like it's given me brain power to do this Mr. Pool decodes and stuff, just my memory. Like it's improved my brain, my body. Yeah. What are your thoughts on it, Zach? How has it changed your life?
well, you could physically like the one thing to have a bunch of advertising, a bunch of cool catchphrases and stuff like that. But it's another thing to physically see it. So if you have dirty water, you put it in there and you'll see all the debris get neutralized and basically go to the bottom of the water, which makes it safe to drink. Try some tap water, put the Oro Gold in. You'll see it basically magnetize and neutralize the bad stuff in it. So that's why I believe in it. And it made me connect the dots with research faster, bunch of other things. Everybody that's got it really loved it. But yeah, that's all we got to say on that. I got some cool videos I want you to watch next about some cool things with my research into Codius and following the green colors, and some of my research into the
Nice, dude.
WASM, because EVM is very very old. A lot of people don't know EVM is old. WASM is brand new. Stellar Project Jump Cannon, WASM. XRPL hooks, WASM. Casper Labs, WASM. All these people coming out with
Yep.
WASM out of nowhere, and a lot of people are still focused on the EVM. So, you know, anyone new to this channel, check out my research into WebAssembly. Ripple actually funded WebAssembly research. And if you're new to this channel, you're probably going to be the first time you hear about WASM. And not saying I'm right, but, you know, I think you should have that opportunity to research into it, make your own conclusion. Coincidentally, the project working with Ripple, working with this WASM tech is green, and there's an amazing airdrop plan. So I think it's pretty cool to look into. But that's all I have to say, man. Come on again
Sweet,
when you have
dude.
some more information for us. And I know
Shit's gonna happen soon, man. Like I'm
decoder
telling you.
community is really going to appreciate this video. It's been a long time. So, but I
Yeah.
really got to go. My family's waiting for me right now, dude. So
No problem, man.
I'll send you this. I'm going to post this video this afternoon. Peace.
Sounds good, dude.